I'm pretty tired. Kelsey's tired. We've both been working decently long hours. It's definitely an adjustment going from I had one kid, now I have 3 kids. Kelsey had 1 kid. She was pregnant with the 2nd kid. And then when we get married, we add a 3rd kid to her. So it's both of us have had quite the adjustment through all this. Sometimes it's rough, other times it's not too bad. So we're just trying to figure it out and keep our heads. That's the hardest part, especially with the little kids and being a blended family. It's hard to mesh all that, if that makes sense. So, story time. I've been married before and divorced. Kelsey has always been married, had also been married, and she has been divorced as well. My relationship was for 4 years. Kelsey was for 8 years before we met each other. So we have a lot of history with our exes. 12 years between us. So we've been through a lot, and we'll get into the stories sometime of what happened, or what Kelsey thinks happened to hers, and then same with me, what I think happened to mine. But biggest reason for me is I just felt like me and my ex, we had gotten married for the wrong reasons. You know, and in a very LDS culture, you're very big on not having sex before marriage and other values and beliefs like that. And so I never did that. And so I waited till I was married, but I feel like that was part of at least my mentality, was just, the first person I can find, basically, that will say yes. But with all things in life, you learn, and I learned that it was a pretty big mistake early on after we got married, but I didn't want to accept it, I wanted to basically just think that I was being dumb, or think that I didn't know what I was in my head. I needed to figure whatever out. So I just thought I was dumb. And divorce is a real thing. When I got divorced, I said it in my vows with Kelsey when we got married, but you just feel like a utter failure, especially if you have kids. And so that makes it way harder, because the kid depends on you for everything. There's no time off, there's no pushing your kid on other people. You don't want to do foster care, you don't want to give your kid up because you love your kid. But it's so hard balancing that. And that was I feel like the biggest emotion that I felt, is I just felt like a failure. I felt like I failed as a husband. I failed as a father to my son. And it just sucked. I don't like that feeling. And I didn't want it, and it was hard to go through. And now it's been since March 2020 is when I was divorced. So it's been a year and 4 months since I've been divorced. And then I got remarried in December of 2020. So I was blessed to be able to find Kelsey, and she's super cool. I didn't think that I would find somebody. I honestly thought it was going to be such a headache and really hard to find somebody that could accept me with a kid. That was one of my biggest worries when I started dating, or when I started trying to date. I was like in my head thinking, who is gonna accept some random A dude that has a kid, you know, and's been divorced and was married for 4 years? And like I couldn't get that thought out of my mind, like what's gonna happen, you know? What's gonna happen to my life? It already felt like it literally was turned upside down with the whole divorce. So it was rough. And it was good for me to feel those emotions and internalize them and cope with them and learn how to cope with them. So if anybody out there needs help, just know, or needs hope, or just a feeling of you can do it, I think you can do it. Because I know that those feelings are real, and it was so hard to go through those. And I just didn't think that I would ever find somebody, especially that quick, that I would just feel happy, you know? I was thinking I might not find somebody for years, you know, because who wants to accept some random dude that's never, or was married for 4 years, got divorced, has a kid, and now is trying to find another girl, you know? So if there's anybody out there, if you need to, you can reach out to me, and I obviously know if you're in that similar position, like I know how you feel, and I know it's not a fun place to be, and I'm willing to help talk you through it if you need me to. So I hope my story time didn't bore you, but we really do appreciate all the love and support we've got so far on our YouTube channel, and we appreciate every single subscriber. It's been a whirlwind of up and downs so far. We've only started it in January, but our dream is just to quit all the stuff we're doing and just go for this. It's something, because we value so much time with each other and our family. So, and our kids especially, now that we have 3 and we're both working full time, it's really hard to make videos, edit them, still have our other day jobs, give our kids the attention they need, hang out with family, hang out with friends, and it's so difficult to do all of those things. Like, unless you're in this position, you probably don't understand it, but I think it'll be worth it. I think it will be worth it. We're kind of taking a leap here doing YouTube, and we know that tons of people have done really well on it, and we're only just hoping that, you know, we can someday be there. We want to be in it for the long haul, not temporarily. We think it would be amazing, and we want to give away money. People keep asking us, like, what are you guys doing? Like, you're giving away so much money, or why are you doing it in the first place? The simple answer is we're budgeting for it. We plan. We're like, okay, we're gonna save this much money. This much money comes in. We're gonna put aside this much money for videos, this much money for rent, this much money for our food, blah, 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 blah. It's in the budget. So people, you know, sometimes want to criticize that or be like, you guys should save for your house and whatnot. And good news, we are saving for a house. Just a different house than people realize. Well, I can't remember exactly where I was going with that. But I appreciate you guys listening. And again, thank you so much for every person that's watched or is watching our videos and subscribing. That was embarrassing. I just squeaked. We don't want to let you guys down, and obviously we don't want to let ourselves down in our family. we're going to work hard and do our best to grow the channel, and hopefully someday we can be to a point where we even make money in the first place. I don't know if most of you know, but you don't make money on YouTube until you have a good amount of subscribers, and then until a lot of people are watching your videos. So we appreciate everyone that has listened so far, or was willing to listen, and we look forward to the future with you guys. So let us know if you like what type of videos you guys like to see, and let us know if there's things we can work on or change to make our videos better for you guys and help us learn and grow, and we'd appreciate that. Okay, thanks guys. See you in the next one.